And we are live.
Beautiful.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to, we're calling it the second Burner Summit. SU Basketball Burner Summit 2.0. Only joined by two of them today. We've got Barry and Blump. I'll get to them in just a second. I just want to say huge news going on in the world of Syracuse sports today. We're going to have a new head coach officially. We're going to have a new athletic director. Now checking because apparently there was an error going live on Twitter. Oh, that's good. So we're live on YouTube and Twitch.
That works.
Works for me.
We will be on Twitter at some point. But
we just shared her on Twitter after or something.
Yeah, we know who the new athletic director is going to be. And now it's just down to the head coach. We've got a new chancellor as well. I want to talk about him. We're going to talk about all the two new hires and then what the future holds. Going around the horn here. First, I'll start with Barry at Syracuse Barry on Twitter. You know him, you love him. Joining me once again, Barry. Thoughts?
About time. I'm stoked that it happened. I will say that Wild Hack did not owe it to Autry to play him out the season, especially after all those other firings across college basketball. I'll say, Red, thanks for being a player and everything you did on the assistant coaching side, but just not cut up for head coach. I think we can all agree on it. But great dude, shitty coach. Got through that. The chancellor hire is, I think, a great hire. I think it's someone that, I think he came out with that interview that he had shortly after he got officially announced, and he was like, "Hey, I'm going to prioritize athletics," and that's what we needed. I forgot. I think we talked about it in the group chat, but a lot of people are still recognizing Syracuse as a college destination. I would assume, based off of athletics for football, obviously hoops, women's basketball, lax, whatever it may be. So it's good that we got somebody that actually recognizes that. So, and plus he's been at Syracuse for a little while, so he's got an idea of what it is actually like up there. So, and how important athletics is. And then as far as the AD goes, I think it's a home run hire. I was really on the Carparelli side of it going into it. I mean, I was one of, everyone, didn't want Heather Like. I thought that Carparelli just had a good idea as far as branding and marketing, especially being with Under Armour, and then he has a stint with the college football committee. I thought those were two really big things, especially when branding probably would come down to, the next wave of conference realignment. But then we get Bryan Blair out of nowhere. And I did a quick, I think the whole group chat was pretty rattled. We were like, what the fuck?
I didn't see it coming, that's for sure.
Yeah, I know. And I'm rambling on too, so I'll cut to it. But we're just kind of like, what the fuck? But I mean, I did my quick research, and he just seems like everything that you need in modern college athletics. And his biggest thing is being an elite fundraiser. And if we can get that for NIL, and just make the smart play of getting Hodgson, and you get the Lallies on board with that. That it's just a massive move. They're two for two so far in my books.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. Blump, give us your initial thoughts on the new hires.
Man, like Barry said, it's about time. We needed something. We needed something to look forward to and something to be kind of bought back in. These were huge. These two were massive. If they would have just fell back and said, "All right, Heather, here you go, dude," it would have been bad, really bad. So the fact that they went out and they actually made the smart hires for once gives me a lot of hope for next year and years coming. Blair seems from what everybody's been sending in the group chat, I know Barry said the post about him. He seems solid, super solid, like fundraising wise, especially. I haven't read up too much on Mike yet, but I mean, he's headed in the right direction for sure. Like he could not afford to fuck up the AD hiring. Like that would have been disastrous. That'd be just fucking yourself from the beginning. So we got, like Barry said, 2 for 2. They're finally showing that they can do competent things. So brighter days are ahead.
And when Haynie first got announced, I was like, all right, an SU guy. And we had always talked about, just gut it, have no one that's associated with the university. And so when Haynie was the first call, I was like, especially for a job like that doesn't typically get promoted from within at big universities like this.
Mm-hmm.
I was hesitant, cautiously optimistic is what I would say. But the more I read about him and then listened to his introductory presser and see all these quotes, I was like, okay, this guy might be, this might be the right direction. And I'm fully on board with you guys. I think knocked it out of the park with the AD hire. I was reading about Bryan Blair. What we should know, he's like 41 years old. So he's young, but also experienced. When he was hired at Toledo, he was hired as the youngest AD at a major university. And that was in 2022. So it was 4 years ago. He was 36 years old when he got hired at Toledo. So young, the opposite of, the opposite of Wild Hack, as we've got Coach Fran tuning in from the airplane at Red Oak
from the PJ. Let's go, Coach.
Let's go.
Shout out Coach Fran Burner. And so he's young, but he's also got 4 years of AD experience at a university that is shockingly effective with their NIL and their profit margins and all this stuff. You don't think of Toledo as a powerhouse because they aren't. Yeah. Let's not kid ourselves here. It's not like we got the AD from Ohio State, but Toledo has done a damn good job in recent years with their athletics and in terms of being relevant in the conference and making money. So I really, really like the hire. Everything I've read about the guy. He's young.
Did you see the note that I passed over in the chat about I think it's since 2021, so probably since Blair arrived. It was like the only colleges that had at least like a 700 win percentage were Bama and Toledo in men's basketball.
I didn't
and
even
football.
see that.
Yeah. So there's at least a consistency on those ends, which like I've said it about like the other sports as far as like non-revenue, but like men's basketball and football are going to carry it. So like get that shit in order and everything else will just kind of fix itself, in my opinion.
Yeah. And that's the thing is, we were talking in our group chat there, like, we brought rowing to Toledo and we were sort of being like, hey, bring a baseball team to Syracuse. And listen,
dude,
the amount of money I would spend.
Expensive, man. It's expensive.
I would love that.
It's very expensive and it certainly won't happen. But I will just say the amount of money I will spend on Syracuse baseball merch.
That and hockey.
Season tickets
I'm so in. Like, even have you seen like the hockey teams, the club men's team, their uniforms? They're they're sick. They're so filthy. I would buy one. I'd buy one right now.
Even the club baseball team. Listen, as close personal friends with 2 of the last 4 Syracuse club baseball presidents, their uniforms and stuff were sick. Like they play it, or I don't know if they still do, but they did for years. They would play at NBT Bank Stadium, and like
Yep.
they would get good crowds, and I always went to the game. They were selling beer, like they were able to sell beer at a college club baseball game.
Baseball would
Like,
do so well here. Oh
dude,
man,
it was like
it do so well. I know it would cost a lot.
it would cost a ton, but
You
it
got the
won't happen.
stadium.
But
Could you imagine if they could like do multi like double funding between the university and the Mets organization to like pony in and share a stadium?
that would be nuts.
That'd be
I know.
nasty.
I don't know how the scheduling would work because I'm not like a huge college baseball guy as it is now, but
Yeah,
like,
well, you wouldn't be able to
space.
play there. You know, that's the problem with baseball in this area. And it was mentioned in the chat, like Lemoyne has to play like 20 consecutive road games.
Yeah.
And I remember I talked to their head coach a year or two ago on my radio show, Sean Cassidy. He was a great guy.
Yeah.
And like that was one of the things we talked about because it was right when they were going D1. It was heading into their first season back in D1. And it was crazy, like the amount that goes into scheduling and all that stuff. So it would be a hassle, but I would love to see them do that. We've got a question. Is that the Tyler from Binghamton guy?
You would be correct.
And then he says, disappointed in you, Mark.
Well, listen, we're disappointed in you, but thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
Mark's doing his due diligence.
I am just a man.
Hope that helps.
I'm just trying to connect with Syracuse fans. That's what this entire thing has been about, is connecting with Syracuse fans. And these guys are fans of the university just like you and me. So that's always been my message here. I don't know why you would be disappointed in that, but hey, to each his own.
Is it because we always post Fire Red Autry and no one wanted to have it?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, gotcha. Well, he's fired now, so we're not doing that anymore. So we can all unite
on
again.
to the next.
Yeah, on to the next. On to how long would it take? Let's say it is, because we've got a cranking hog in the chat.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, crank those hogs.
Yeah, let's go.
So we're all hoping, I believe the three of us are all on the Hodgson train.
Oh.
I could be wrong.
Hodgson High, baby.
Yes, sir.
We're all on the Hodgson train. And what do you think the leash is for you guys for a new head coach? Because I don't Red felt like an extension of Boeheim, but let's say they hire Hodgson. What's the leash for the Burners before it gets ruthless?
I give 3 years.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, I was
that's what Red got.
That seems fair. That seems fair.
Because then you have time to install a new system. You get time to get built with the community.
Not expecting to immediately be, top of the conference. It's going to be an adjusting period for sure. But that'd be nice, and we've seen it happen for sure. Programs get turned around in a year, but it's on the table. But if it doesn't happen, I'm not going to be,
Yeah, and that's like kind of like what that's like what happened with Fran, where like I didn't know what to expect, but I mean, granted, this is a completely different situation, but like they always said, like give those guys like 3 or 4 years to get their guys and instill their system, and like I think as much as we want Hodgson here, like the jump from the American up to the ACC is just a different beast, and I don't expect like as much like those USF guys, like they might come in and because they know the system well, if they transferred, sick, and we run with it, and maybe they can play up to competition and we do well, or they don't come at all and we just get stuck with trying to teach a new system to a bunch of guys, or it's growing pains is pretty much what it is in my eyes.
Yeah.
Like I don't expect like it'd be great if everyone could pick up a new offense and learn it, but like Sadiq and Cayenne, if they stayed, like Nate King's, like that's a whole thing in my eyes.
I really hope he gets here. I
do too.
so hope he gets a year.
Did you see who I said I heard about is his agent?
Oh yeah,
Is that true?
Fucking
Is that
Autry
for real?
did. Yeah.
No
the guy that
way.
I heard it from is he is well tapped in, and yeah, which would also check out because because Nick King's agent was always at Rock Sports, which is where who's it, Jack Overdyke? I think he was one of the old managers that now works at Rock, and Trey was on the team at the time.
We've got a new addition. The legendary
Small Arms Tony.
Hughes Waterboy.
What's up, boys?
What's happening?
Trying to multitask, make my lunch for tomorrow. You know, usual dad stuff.
The floor is yours.
Yeah, give us your initial thoughts on Blair and on the new chancellor and where SU is going to go from here. Let her rip, Tony.
Well, Blair kind of hit me like Randy Orton, like an RKO out of nowhere. But reading up on him and his resume, I mean, I'm pretty excited for it. Seems like the guy can do NIL. You know, he's motivated. He looks like he's a pretty big, solid dude who played. So I like that. I just don't know anything about the guy, but you know, everything I've heard has been good so far. So, I mean, we got our D coordinator for football from Toledo, so I'm hopeful. And then, you know, hoping to crank my hog here pretty soon, but we'll see how that goes. But I don't know. I'm excited, man. Like, Autry, you know, everybody's like, oh, I don't want to make it personal. I'm not going to get personal by any means, but it just didn't work out. Like, things don't work. And, like, I said for years, because, like, I grew up at Boeheim. Boeheim's all I ever knew. And I'm like, dude, the hardest thing to do is to replace a legend. I'm like, it's not going to be the guy that replaces Boeheim. It's probably going to be the second guy after him. So, you know, it just didn't work out, and we had to move on. Like, it's just is what it is.
Yeah, and that's something that I don't want to get lost in this. Also, Coach Fran Burner asked if this was AI since you're not wearing a kilt.
He can't even see the bottom half of me. I could literally be cranking my hog right now, and you wouldn't even know. God, I have a really good poker face, okay? God, people think I wear that thing 24/7. Jesus. I'm gonna have to be buried in that damn thing now.
Oh, you have.
Wait, you don't wear that 24/7?
No. and the other question I get too is, are you wearing drawers underneath? Yes, I am, because there's some weird dudes who try to reach up and check once. So yeah, I wear underwear.
I was gonna say you didn't want your massive unit falling down through between your legs, but hey, that works too.
Listen, my unit is pretty average. It's the bean bag underneath that is freaking huge. Okay.
I was going to say, I don't want this to get lost, that there were no negative feelings towards Adrian Autry, the Syracuse legend.
Yeah.
That in any of this. The guy is obviously an icon in the basketball program. And like you said, it just didn't work. Like, sometimes you hire a guy and it just doesn't work. That could be a former player. It could be a former assistant. It could be anything. It could be a guy that's totally outside of the program. And sometimes it just doesn't work. Who knows? We were just talking about Brian Hodgson. Maybe Brian Hodgson doesn't work at Syracuse. I think he would, but there's a chance that he doesn't too. So that shouldn't be lost on anybody.
And at the end of the day, it's a business. So you got to get results. And like, sorry, woe is me. Like, you're going to get paid millions to go away now. Like, I'm sorry, man. I've been let go from a lot of truck driving jobs, and I never got paid to leave. I basically was told, like, hey, you got 5 minutes to clean out the truck and get off company property. There was no parachute for me at the end, no golden parachute. So
yeah,
I think Fran's going to be okay. Or not Fran. I mean, I think Autry's going to be okay.
Andy's a millionaire on top of that before.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would love to get paid $3 million to, like, go the hell away and never come back. Like, I would take that gladly. You would never hear from me again.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Blump, I wanted to ask you, so if at this point, if it isn't Hodgson, and then we'll go around and give our thoughts. It seems like everything's pointing to Brian Hodgson. all the initial reporting, all the rumor mill. If it isn't, what are you looking for now? Because I think we agree that the shirts train has left the station.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah.
It seems like he's probably gonna stay. At least I think he's probably gonna stay there. Honestly,
Yeah, I think he is too.
but if not Hodge, let's think about everybody that keeps getting mentioned. Obviously, you got Jerry. If it's the family hire, I suppose that'd be the one that I'd want over Hop. So there's Jerry, there's Hop, everybody keeps bringing up Luke Murray, Joe Gallo, Matt Langell. I've heard a couple times from Colgate, Bobby Hurley today for some reason. I don't know why the fuck we do that, but
Such a crazy pull.
It's a crazy
Who said Dick Vitale said that?
Yeah, it was Dickie V.
What the fuck are you
Shout out the
about?
legend. Shout out the legend.
Sit down, old man.
Yeah, really. Come on, dude.
Listen,
That's like the people saying, like, hey, replace the legend Jim Boeheim with a young up-and-comer like Rick Pitino. And I'm like, Rick Pitino's like 74 years old.
Yeah,
like, we're trying to build for the future.
We could go the lockdown route and go with
Bruce Pearl.
anybody under the sun. Bruce Pearl.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll tell you what, though, Paradise Found would love it if we hired Rick Pitino. Like, their business would be booming.
No, get the Fulton kid at Siena, have him transfer into Q's, and get the Woosah back up and running.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God. Has anybody ever actually been there? Because I've driven by so many times. Yeah, is it as, how do I put this? Is it worth the story? Because I really want to stop in.
So here's the thing. So I went to SUNY Oswego, took that route on 48 back and forth from Syracuse many a time. So drove by it a million times like you. And one day, it was like a Wednesday afternoon. I was like, I just want to stop in and see what this place is like. They were open. There were cars out there.
On a Wednesday afternoon, that's your first problem.
But I was just curious. I was like, there's cars here. They're open.
Look what Red Autry did, man.
No one was performing. All right, there was no one on stage. It was just a bar. And
oh God.
And so I walk in and I saw two of the dancers who were like getting ready to perform. And they like came out to the bar area for a second.
Was there anybody else there? Like
there
customers?
Yeah, there were like
there had to be locals at the bar.
Yeah.
It's just empty.
Yeah.
You're the only person there.
Yeah.
One of them is the dancer's brother cousin, guaranteed.
So
he's also the part-time bouncer.
Yeah, exactly. So there's like three people sitting at the bar, and I just go grab a beer, and I see these couple of dancers come out. And listen, I know it was a weekday afternoon, but I think one of them was a nom, and the other one clearly had 5 kids. Like,
got to pay the bills, man.
Yeah, and listen, the one I'll say she looked great for what must have been 50, but like. But still, man, what are we doing?
Wait, what
Dude.
was this?
This is
last Wednesday. It was last week he went.
Yeah, it was probably it must have been 4 years ago, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I
You
was
said
just,
she
I
was
don't.
older? Is that the Asian one?
I don't remember if she was Asian.
Dude,
there's like an older Asian one that had like fake boobs. She's kind of gross.
It might have been her. I just all I remember thinking was one of them is 50 and the other one is the most clear mother of 5 I've ever seen. Like, yeah, and like you got to pay the bills, but
I'll bet you $100 that those kids are orphans now, and the fentanyl crisis is real.
100%.
Hey, man.
Anyway, so
I'm just here to bring facts.
Yeah. Well, we'll get your opinion now. If it going to you, Waterboy, if it isn't Hodgson, what's the deal? What are you looking for? who would be your last choice and who would be your top choice?
Oh man, I don't know what other candidates there could be besides Hodge. I mean, I love GMAC, but man, like I would rather see GMAC as the next coach after this one. Like I think GMAC just needs more experience, and then he can come back. Like I just don't think he's ready yet. Like okay, yeah, he got Siena of the tournament, and that's great. That's a great feel good story, but like build your resume a little bit. Like I want to go outside the family. Like let's say we get a coach. Let's say Hodge comes in and he does good to great, and then some school poaches him in 4 years, then bring in GMAC. But like besides Hodge and GMAC, and I don't want Hop. I don't know what else is out there. I'll be honest, dude. Dad life. I don't get to follow the game as much as I used to. Like I come in when I can. Yeah, you guys blow up the group chat, and I'll try to catch up when I have free time. But it's just like it's a lot.
Barry, how about you?
Yeah, I mean it's got to be Hodge. But I mean even GMAC, like I could be sold on GMAC like right now. But I share the same sentiment as Tony does. Definitely, like the guy after Hodge, I'd be all in on. I think the Siena thing is just like a flash in the pan. Not saying he's not like going to be a good. He's not saying that he's going to be a bad coach, but like for one game, I don't know. Like I can't imagine making the biggest sports decision on the Hill based off of one game to get him to the tournament. And he could be a 16 seed and get smoked and be out. And so like Tony said, after GMAC or after Hodgson, GMAC would be that next guy. I think Luke Murray would be like an interesting option. You could probably get him pretty cheap, and plus you get UConn fans in a rumble about losing another UConn guy.
Yeah.
But it's Hodge or GMAC for me. Like no other question, and it should be Hodgson, nobody else.
I'm fully on board with Hodgson. I'm with you, Tony. I think GMAC would be a great next guy if we get Hodgson. Like, say we only get him for 5 years or something, and then you bring in a GMAC if he still has any sort of track record of success.
Yeah, and people are worried about him potentially, like the rumors, like of going to Pitt or BC. I'm like, dude, he's not going to BC. First off, they have no resources. They're a nothing program. But like, who's to say? Like, even let's say he went to Pitt, like. Dude, he's a Syracuse guy. Your dream job opens up. Who says he wouldn't bolt back, I just don't think now's the right time. And we all love GMAC. He's got so much goodwill. I don't want to see it just ruined and burnt to the ground if things don't go well because it's too soon.
Yeah, and that was Red Autry. Like, who had a negative thing to say about Red before his head coaching stint? Nobody. Like, he was a great recruiter and a great player and a legend at the university. And now it's, we sort of have to remind ourselves that instead of it being the first thing that comes to mind when we talk about Red. And I will say, well, first, Matt Langle, I've been pounding on the table for that guy for years. If he wants this job, give it to him. I love what he's done at Colgate. I think he's a really good coach.
He has done good stuff.
Yeah.
I think he's a really good coach, and if Hodgson doesn't work out and they have a chance to hire him, I'd be totally okay with that hire. They've just become a really good program under him, and a couple of down years, but it happens in college sports. So I'm certainly not out on him yet. And we were sort of talking about it earlier. If it all came down to we had to hire Hopkins or Bobby Hurley, give me Bobby Hurley, man. I don't care. Like, the guy at least has some kind of a track record. Like, he's been to the tournament. He coached at Buffalo. He worked with Nate Oates. Like, there's a lot of things. He's a Hurley. Like, as much as I hate Dan Hurley, there is a bit of a track record there, and
there'd be worse hires for sure.
Yeah, there would absolutely be worse hires. Like, do I think Dick Vitale is insane for just throwing that out there out of nowhere? Absolutely. Yep. Why? But it's one that I could be like, I could get on board with it more than Hopkins. That's for sure.
There was a name I saw too, and it was Chris Mack, which was like super interesting because he had the success at Xavier, but then he
Why
got
would he?
booted from Louisville. Like I wouldn't hate it. Like that'd be better than Bobby Hurley, but I think it'd be better than Hopkins. But like I don't think it's better than G Mac. Like I guess from whatever perspective you look at.
I don't like. I guess he's at Charleston. Like for some reason, I thought he had a better job than that. Yeah, I don't hate it. It just like I don't know. At this point, I feel like it's not to put all of our eggs in one basket, but it just feels like it's Hodge or it's nothing. And
Yeah.
like that kind of sucks, but at the same time, it feels like the reality. And I
like that we have a clear-cut guy that we want to go after, though. It's not just like a carousel, like just a bunch of toss-ups, like, oh, it could be anybody. Like, I like that we have, like, we're trying to be dead set on a guy. And we have, like, we're trying to take steps towards that instead of it just being, call anybody and see if they pick up.
Yeah. We do have Coach Fran saying Bobby Hurley sucks. Never made it out of the round of 64.
Yeah.
Granted, but right now, I'll take a round of 64 elimination.
And Rothstein's got a tweet for him already. We don't even need to think of a new one for Red.
That is true. Rothstein does already have what I wonder what the Hodgson tweet would be. Would he even bother?
Cranking my Hodge, baby.
I hope it'd be cranking the Hodge.
It would never be.
Hope it would be that.
Oh, that'd be so funny.
They'll be like Brian Hodgson, the savior, or some shit like that. Like,
do we really think?
Yeah.
Do we really think that John Rothstein knows what cranking my hog means?
Oh, that dude's hysterical.
He only knows the bit that he's. So I don't know.
I love the bit that he's committed to for any sort of like Super Bowl or like tragic event where he's just like Evansville Community College has signed so and so to transfer. It's like, John, not the time.
But that's the thing is, I don't know if it's a bit. I think John Rothstein lives, eats, breathes, and shits college basketball, and then watches The Godfather every once in a while, and that's it. Like,
I agree.
That's just John Rothstein, and that's why he's the best in the business. So let's say it is Hodgson. Now we're just playing in hypotheticals because we've gone through the actual hires, and like I said, we think it'll be Hodgson as of right now. It's just an educated guess. We'll start with you, Blump. Year one expectations under Brian Hodgson.
Year one. I'd hope he'd try and bring a couple guys from USF. And part of the staff, for sure. He's got like a loaded staff right now. Record-wise, I would hope positive. Positive would be nice. That'd be great. Tournament, not exactly saying like, if we get Hodge, we'll be a tournament team because I feel like that's not super. It could be realistic. Like I said earlier, it's been done plenty of times. We've seen in recent years, especially. But I'm not expecting it. But I would at least hope we'd be, top half of the ACC at minimum. Top half.
Yeah, I would agree with that. That's sort of how I feel about it. Barry, how about you?
Man, even just progress is. I'm not expecting like a 25-win turnaround or 30 wins or anything crazy like that. Like, just like a sign of like some obviously faster pace of play, better defense, players that want to play with each other, and guys that just look like they care. And like, I think we've all seen that clip of like Hodge in the locker room with I don't even remember what team it was, but he's like talking about the hustle plays and reboundings. He's like, if you don't rebound, you're not fucking playing. And like, that's the kind of dude I want. Like, I want dudes that would die on that basketball court to win a game. And if Hodge can bring the best out of those dudes, like, that's all I'm looking for. And then the wins will just come down the road.
And Tony, for you, what gets you cranking your hog for Hodgson?
Well, like Barry just kind of said, like, I want to see some toughness. Like, I wouldn't hate it if they brought Devo on as an assistant. Like, we need an FU guy or guys at Syracuse. Like, maybe not somebody who's going to throw a punch, but a guy you look at and like, man, he might throw a punch. Like, just we haven't had that tenacity and that FU guy in a long time since, like, maybe since Devo. Like, and I want to compete. Like, come in, and I'm not saying you got to win 20 games, 25 games, but like compete and go toe to toe and give teams your best shot. And I don't mean like, cover the spread at the end of the game like North Carolina where you're losing by 30 and you cut it down to like 11 at the end. Like, no, like you legitimately, like for most of the game, have a shot. And maybe they have more talent and they beat us, but like we came out with everything and gave them our best shot. Like, I just want to see that toughness back at Syracuse, and I want a faster pace of play.
Well, the faster pace of play is a huge thing. That was what I really wanted.
And for God's sakes, scream at somebody in a timeout. Like,
well, yeah.
With Autry, man, it's just standing around open, and it's like, even if you have to fake it, once in a while, just scream at somebody, an assistant, a player, somebody scream at somebody. Why am I the only person screaming in the damn dome? Somebody yell at somebody.
Yo, don't get me started on the fans in the dome, bro. Don't.
Oh, no, I'll get started on that crap. I've been saying it for years. The standing clap needs to die. Bury that thing.
Like, dude, don't fucking tell me to sit down when we're at a fucking basketball game. Like,
okay,
like even the Miami football game was just like, I went up to that and I still had people, sit the fuck down, sit the fuck. It's like you're at a fucking football game and Colin McCord is slinging the pill against fucking Cam Ward, man.
Dude, you guys see us on TV all the time at 129. We're in the first and the second row, and we're standing the entire time. And I tell people that line behind me, if you want me to sit down, come sit me down. I paid good money for these tickets. It's a football game. We're trying to create an atmosphere. No more of this sitting on your hands. And the goddamn stand and clap is so ass backwards, it makes my brain hurt. Why would you stand and clap until your own team scores a bucket? Do it to the other side. Imagine Otto's Army's going crazy behind the basket. Every time they clank off the iron, the opponent, like Pittsburgh, you start clapping. You intensify. Each time they miss, clapping, energy intensifies. Louder. Put the pressure on them. I've been to games at the Dome where we don't score for 8, 10, 12 minutes. Dudes are just shucking up bad jumpers. We put all the pressure on our own team. It makes zero sense to me. Make that place a zoo.
On the beat either. Everyone claps at a different beat.
Dude, and it's like all the old whites come in and they're like, all right,
old whites.
There it is. The old whites. I met my fan requirement. I clapped. I did the stand and clap at the beginning of each half. I could sit down. I don't have to make noise for the rest of the game, and I'll leave at the under 4 timeout to beat the Syracuse traffic that doesn't exist.
Yep.
Like, be better as a fan base.
Mm-hmm.
It's Syracuse, dude. You can get 20 minutes in any direction no matter where you are. We don't have traffic. Stop it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Go to Boston. Go to Philly. Go to Atlanta. You want to see traffic? Go to LA. Go sit there for 3 hours.
Yeah, I sat in LA traffic and New York traffic. That shit is no joke.
Dude, I live in Camillus, 20 minutes away, and when I leave for like a Duke game with 30,000, I still get home in 25 minutes. Maybe don't take the main road everyone else takes. Take a few back streets, go 2 miles east, get on 690, and go the other way. Don't try to just get right on 81.
Yeah. That's right.
I got it, man. I've been here for 40 years. It's not that hard. Think outside the box. Idiots. This goddamn city, man, I swear.
We do have Ron in the chat saying, I want the type of guy who after his team goes on a big run, turns to the crowd and starts hyping the Dome up. That's huge. Just little things like that.
Exactly.
We haven't seen that, 5-6 years?
Yeah. And he also said that the fact that Red was never capable of drawing up a simple play just to get the crowd to sit down was disturbing.
Facts.
Oh, my God. What was that?
I can't fathom how the man was just never capable of drawing up a play. It just blows my mind.
That final set in regulation against Pittsburgh when we were on offense, and we had like 36 seconds left on the clock. Like that was the microcosm of the last 3 years. I'm like, what are we doing? Like we have no plan. We don't know what we're doing. We're not running any kind of set. Nothing.
And JJ Starling was in the game just because.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
He
giving
can
up.
only draw up out of bounds plays. That's the only thing he can do semi well.
Mhm.
And you know what? At least we got better at that because Syracuse was the worst inbounding team I've ever seen under Boeheim.
Oh my God.
At least we improved slightly in that department.
Dude, the West Genesee girls JV basketball coach runs like 5 different offensive sets, and he plays a full court press defense from the opening whistle to the very end. Like, I've seen better coaching with JV girls high school basketball.
That's what I don't get about our defense this year. First 10 games, every single game, it was just like super intense defense.
Yep.
And then they shit the bed. The next 20.
The Houston game was just like, I haven't felt that good about a basketball game. I hadn't felt that good about a basketball game in years.
Yep.
And then, like, that was probably the last time they played remotely that well, too. And then maybe Tennessee.
Yeah. We win that game if we make free throws, too. Like, I don't understand how we're all like, oh, wait till we get Donnie back, and then it somehow got worse.
Yeah, that was.
It's always been.
Yeah, we got Donnie back, and every bit of cohesiveness we had just was gone.
And I want to bring that point up because that point was made by a pretty prominent guy today. Jim Boeheim essentially was like, "Yeah, this team sucked because of JJ Starling and Donnie Freeman," which,
is he wrong? I mean,
that's the thing is, I'm not going to disagree with the sentiment. I just thought it was a really interesting quote coming from your legendary former coach.
For sure,
he made it seem like Donnie was out for like all of ACC play.
Yeah, which is just not true.
Right.
Yeah, he came back like the second ACC game, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I remember right.
Clemson, because he went for like 20.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, I used to be like, "Oh, go easy on student athletes. You can't criticize." But like NIL, man, you guys are getting paid. Like, yeah, exactly. Like
NIL now, it's kind of free game.
Yeah, you see more money in one season than I'm going to see in 10 years working my ass off, getting up at 4 a.m. So I don't feel that bad anymore.
No, and then just to add to it, like the people that are like, "Oh, how would you like it if I came to your job and I said you sucked and you were the worst?" Like, come on over, like gladly, because I can tell you that I'm definitely not.
Yeah. Am I not still?
I'm not great, but like I don't give a fuck. Like,
I'm getting paid. I don't give a fuck, and I'm not getting paid millions.
That too,
dude. I'm a blue collar truck driver. You think I've never been yelled at, and you think I've never told the customer, "Let me take this uniform off, and we'll have a conversation in the parking lot."
Yeah. And then you step out in your kilt. You're like, I fucking knew it was 24 hours.
Yeah.
I'm a radio host. Do you think I've never been told I suck at my job?
Yeah.
Like it. Yeah, it's part of the equation.
They make it seem like these players are like untouchable, and it's like they can take criticism like they're fucking adults.
Yeah, and also too, if you can't take the criticism on social media, dude, just log off. Like when I'm busy at work, I turn off all my notifications.
Yeah,
like it's not that hard. It's one button.
If you don't want to see it, don't go on it.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. You want to make money, you want to establish your brand and all this on Instagram. Well, like you're gonna get criticism with it. Like Joe Rogan puts it perfectly. He's like, I never read the comments, and I live a happier life.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Great question.
Sorry.
What do you think Nate George spends his $2 million on? Not shooting lessons.
Woosah. It's got to be the Woosah.
Yeah, it's going to the Woosah.
I hope so.
I'm going to the Woosah.
A wealthy investment in Woosah.
Just keeping that place afloat.
Yeah, Nate George buys the Woosah just for all of us.
We should have a meetup night at the Woosah. I got to see it firsthand.
Is it still open?
I don't know, but I want to see an amputee. I want to see an
There's only one way to
amputee
find
with a
out.
C-section scar. I need all of it.
It is, in fact, still open. I can't believe that place is still in business.
Maybe we'll see Heather Like there.
Oh,
All right.
Jesus Christ.
please tell me somebody left a review in actual comments. I love when old whites do that.
Oh,
Leave a review at like the most
let me go
seedy
see.
place.
I really hope there's reviews on there.
Let's see.
God.
It has a Yelp page, 3.3 stars.
That's not bad.
Out of
Higher
5
than
or
I
100? Out of 5 or 100 though.
Only 6 reviews.
Oh my God.
For first strip clubs ever, I give this a 10 out of 10. My husband and I got a couples dance. Our dancer was so personable and was awesome. It's not a perfect place, but she made it work.
Wow.
They're swingers.
Yeah.
That's the only review.
There's Google review. What the hell? There's a Google review. 1 star. Some shady people are doing evil shit in there. Have been for years now. Still trying to find my ex's clothes from 2017. Was dressed when she got there and naked when she left and pronounced dead shortly after leaving.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
That
that's
can't
amazing.
be a real review.
No, there's no way.
And Brian Hodgson would rather live in Tampa. Okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The weather's better, man. Come on.
Oh, looks like Tony might have to go here. Looks like the missus might be.
The missus just came home, yeah.
Yeah.
Who are you talking to? Why are you yelling in the basement? Wait on a second. I got fruit if you want some upstairs. Yeah. Love you. I'm watching you leave. Yeah.
He said the same thing to Red Autry about 12 hours ago.
That was good. That was really good. I heard the end of that.
Well done. Well done.
That's solid.
Oh, it's been a great
Married
day.
life, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I think that pretty much does it for me. We'll just go around with any final thoughts. Barry, you start.
Once again, appreciate you having us on. Shout out Nick Aquino.
Yeah, we got to get the shout outs.
Forgot
Yeah,
about
we're
that
getting
one.
shout-outs.
Yeah,
That's
we gotta
my
do the
bad.
shout outs.
Throw all of them out there.
Out of the
Shout
way.
out, shout out Nick. Shout out Paulie.
Paulie.
Man, you know, like just make the easy. Like it's the easiest thing to just hire Hodgson. Like it's that easy. That's all I got. Just hire Hodgson.
All right, Blump, you next.
Yeah, shout out Locked On Syracuse for the insightful videos daily over on YouTube and Twitter. We should hire Bruce Pearl as soon as possible. Take a look at the chat, Mark, and show them the screenshot that I just sent if you could on your phone or whatever if you're able to do so.
Oh, the group chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
can.
just sent a screenshot of something Paulie said not too long ago.
All right, yeah, I can show this on here in just 1 second.
Me and Paulie have been arguing for maybe the last month, or had been.
Oh, God.
But this is fucking hilarious. This is so fucking funny, and I don't know why. That is one of the funniest fucking things I've ever seen him say.
That's wild.
Shout out Paulie for that.
Yes, I
Wow.
will. Is insane.
Shout out to Paulie.
Shout out Paulie for that, man.
That's
Good for him.
He's fine. I'll tell him, like, as annoying as his takes can be, I at least appreciate that he, like, will go to battle and, like, stand on 10 toes
Oh
down.
yeah,
That-
yeah.
that
he doesn't
man is
block
on
anybody. Yeah, he just
He doesn't
goes
give
along
like
with
whatever he
everything.
says. He's standing behind it firm.
Yeah, we may
Yeah,
disagree.
he lives
on
alone
shit,
in an
argue
apartment with no
whatever.
family. Of course he's got the time. I wish I had that kind of time sometimes.
All right, and Tony, your final thoughts on the night.
Of course, shout out Nick Aquifo. Always.
Oh,
Love that guy. Shout out Jack Stonehouse, who came out for the second half of the basketball game against Pitt and chilled with the
Stoney.
boys. And yeah, oh, dude, I love Stoney. Such a solid dude. We've hung out with him a few times. He He had private workouts. I think he's staying with the Bills and the Houston Texans too. But it'd be absolutely sick to see him go to Buffalo. Go catch him at a game. We told him too. We're like, hey man, if you go to Buffalo, the boys are getting right up by the special teams unit, first row. We'll cheer you on.
Hey, I was gonna say if he gets that, I'm there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That dude. He comes from a long family of kickers too.
He loves the Bills.
Cranking that hog, baby.
Yeah.
Chuck a dildo in the field and crank the hog.
Let's go Buffalo.
And then I'll just shout out the three gentlemen here, Barry, Blump, and Tony. It's at Syracuse Barry, at Heavy on Cuse, and at Cuse Waterboy 2 on Twitter.
Yeah, something happened with the first one. I got in trouble with Elon on the first one.
It happens to the best of us, Tony.
Yeah, I think I talked about like stringing up a pedophile from a tree or something crazy. Whatever. They deserve it. Yeah,
God forbid.
Yeah.
So shout out to.
Oh, and by the way, too, can I clear something up quick for some people who've asked? I don't have a burner. I kind of am my own burner, so I just don't care.
That's true. Like, Tony's not really a burner. He's just one of these guys in Syracuse, in the Syracuse Twitter sphere. There's his face. We know his name is Tony. He's very loud, vocal, and
easy to spot. I'm the easiest Syracuse fan to find. Like. Yeah,
find the shirtless guy with the kilt.
Yeah, you want to talk tough online. I'm easy to meet in person. Like, it's not hard at all. You're just not looking.
Definitely a man, Tony, that we've got to grab a beer sometime.
I am stone cold sober, but I'll chill at the bar with you.
Fair enough. We've got to grab an ice cold Pepsi one of these days. I knew you were sober. I totally forgot that for a second.
It's all good. Coming up on my 18th year. It's been a long ride.
Congratulations.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, that's
Thank you, brother.
Thank you. Can you imagine if I did drink? Holy shit, I'd be in prison.
You could still go better than Autry.
Yeah.
But make sure to give all of them a follow. Their Twitter handles have been scrolling across the bottom of the screen the entire show. You can follow me at marker_box on Twitter. You can also follow the Twitch, subscribe to the YouTube channel. All that stuff. It's all linked in the description below if you're watching this on YouTube. So we'll catch you next time. You can listen to my show, Outside the Box Score, with me, Mark Rollins, every Saturday at 11 on the Score 1260, live streamed on all of these platforms as well. So make sure to tune into that, and we'll catch you all next time. Peace.
Crank the Hodge.
Later.